Vidya Prakashan Mandir Private Limited.
Hello students, let us learn General Science for class 6 from the book Science 1. Today we are going to learn chapter 14, Rain and Thunderstorm. In this chapter we shall discuss about the natural phenomenon such as water cycle, lightning, rain and thunderstorm. Let us begin the chapter. We have already learned that water is essential for life. It can be obtained from different sources such as rain, rivers, lakes, wells, springs, etc. Water is important in different fields such as agriculture, homes, industries, transportation, and electricity. The largest source of water on the earth are oceans. In this chapter, we will learn about the formation of clouds, rain, lightning, and thunder. Natural phenomenon. A natural phenomenon is an event that occurs naturally. It cannot be controlled by humans. However, it affects the humans in many ways. Some of the natural phenomena are rain, lightning, thunder, earthquakes, storms, etc. Rain, lightning, thunder, earthquakes, storms. These are all natural phenomena. Rain. We know that rain is most important and vital natural phenomenon for all the living beings on the earth. It results from the rising and cooling of moist air. It undergoes three processes, namely evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. So when we say it raining, there are three processes in the raining: evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Let us begin with the evaporation. Evaporation is a process that changes a liquid into a gas. That is a liquid, that is, you can see ocean, water is a liquid which is getting converted into a gas, water vapor, by heating takes place by the sun. It can occur at any temperature. For example, water left in a saucer will gradually evaporate. The water molecules escape into air as a gas, that is known as water vapor. The amount of water vapor in the air is called its humidity. Let us learn the term condensation. Condensation occurs when air has more water vapor than it can hold. The excess water vapor gets condensed into water droplets. Air may be cooled until it reaches a temperature known as the dew point. Below this point, it cannot hold all of its water vapor. So, the water vapor begins to condense. Therefore, outside the glass, you can see in of iced water, a film of water if it is in the warm room. You can see droplets around the glass. That is because of condensation. These are excess water vapor. Let us learn the term precipitation. For precipitation to take place, first a tiny water droplets must condense on dust, salt or smoke particles. When the particles collide, the water droplets grow due to more condensation of water vapor. After gaining enough collisions to produce a droplet with a fall velocity, then it will fall out of the cloud as precipitation. Thus, precipitation is a process by which the water falls from the clouds in the form of rain, sleet, hail, and snow. That is, precipitation is nothing but you can see it is also a water droplet, but it is a bigger water droplet that is formed due to the precipitation. For precipitation to take place, condensation has to take place, and the condensation will increase more such that the water droplets grow in size so that it has a capacity to fall from the clouds. It may fall as a rain. You can see the shapes in the picture. Rain is a small droplet. Sleet is little bigger than the rain. Hail is more bigger. Snow is in the different forms. These are the different forms of precipitation. Water cycle. Water cycle is also known as hydrological cycle, which involves the continuous circulation of water. The circulation includes evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. The heat of the sun causes the water on the earth's surface to change into a gas or vapor. This process is called evaporation. Evaporation can take place from lakes, streams, vegetations and soil, and also from the oceans. Enormous amount of water is evaporated from the oceans and also from fresh water sources on land. However, air can hold only certain amount of water vapor, beyond which the water vapor will become changed into a liquid. This process will call it as a condensation. This results in the formation of clouds, which holds tiny droplets. This will fall off to the earth as rain, sleet, hail, or snow. This process is called precipitation. The rainwater gets collected in runoff and reaches the oceans and the cycle begins again. So, easy way to remember the water cycle is first evaporation will take place from the groundwater, oceans, vegetations, soils, lakes, rivers, streams, etc. All the water gets evaporated, but the air can hold only certain amount of water vapor, beyond which it becomes condensed back into a liquid. That will forms a huge droplets that we'll call it as a condensation that will fall off as rain, sleet, hail or snow. That we'll call it the process we'll call it as a precipitation. Everything will fall off in a runoff and reaches the oceans and the cycle begins again. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm develops from large cumulonimbus clouds. Thunderstorm is formed because of cumulonimbus clouds. These clouds form when there is rapid upward rush of warm air from very hot areas on the ground and a rapid downward movement of cool air around the warm air. You can see it is a fusion of hot air and the cool air. On rising, the air cools and it begins to condense into droplets to form a white fluffy clouds and eventually a black menacing thunder cloud. In the picture you could see a white fluffy clouds along with the black menacing thunder cloud. We call this only as a cumulonimbus clouds. The water droplets turn to ice crystals and as they fall, they melt into raindrops. This is because of the upward current of air. Only the largest raindrops are heavy enough to force their way through the forceful upflow of the air, traveling at the speed of 30 to 100 kilometers per hour. As a result, the rain in thunderstorms always falls in large drops. The lightning and thunder produced in the thunderstorm are because of the electrical discharges between clouds or between clouds and grounds. Between the clouds takes place because of thunder, cloud and ground it is a lightning. So thunderstorms have been developed from cumulonimbus clouds in which it forms a white fluffy clouds with black menacing thunder cloud. It is formed because of the fusion of rapid upward rush of warm air and rapid downward movement of the cool air. This forms a water vapor which begins to condense into millions of tiny droplets to form the clouds. The clouds will be having the water droplets or into ice crystals which when falling off becomes a raindrops. So the rain in thunderstorms will always fall in large drops because it carries heavy enough to force their way through the forceful upflow of the air. So the lightning is caused because of the electrical discharges between the clouds and thunder is formed because of the electrical discharges between the clouds. Lightning is formed because of the electrical discharges between the cloud and the ground. Lightning. Lightning is one of the most spectacular sights of the nature. It is a large spark of electricity in which a current flowing between a cloud and the surface of the earth, between the clouds or within a cloud. So it is just a spark of electricity in which current is flowing. It can take place between the clouds or within a cloud or between cloud and the earth surface. The blending flash and thunderclaps are the effects of disturbances of the air by electrical discharges. Lightning is caused by the buildup of a negative electric charge at the bottom of the thunder cloud. This means the molecules in the thundercloud will have extra electrons compared to the surface of the earth. As a charge builds up, a point is reached at which the air can no longer block the passage of electricity. There is an enormous flash of electrical energy between the cloud and the surface of the earth or between two clouds, which causes lightning. So lightning and thundering both takes place either between the cloud and the earth surface or between the clouds or within a cloud. Let us have a chapter recap. Rain results from the rising and the cooling of moist air. Rain undergoes three processes, namely evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. The amount of water vapor in the air is called its humidity. Evaporation is a process that changes a liquid into a gas. Condensation occurs when air has more water vapor than it can hold. Falling of water to the earth as rain, sleet, hail, or snow is called precipitation. Ice, liquid water, and steam are three forms of water. Thunderstorms develop from cumulonimbus clouds. The lightning and thunder are caused by the electrical discharges between clouds or between the cloud and the ground, or we can say earth's surface. This ends the chapter 14.
Vidya Prakashan Mandir Private Limited.